Rewards and WestJet Rewards partnership.
Prior to earning, ensure your accounts are securely linked. In the event you shop or fly with us, earn Canadian Tire money and WestJet points on all eligible purchases. Breathe normally and secure your own rewards before assisting others. Take a moment to locate where you can spend once and earn twice. Link today and watch your rewards take off.
First game. First whistle. First goal. First jersey. First autograph. First favorite player. First away game. First big win. First time thinking, that's gonna be me. Firsts help us move forward together. Toyota, founding partner of the first professional women's soccer league in Canada.
Watching dough rise always fills me with inspiration.
Don't ever look at my savings account. The dough doesn't rise.
BMO has 2 simple ingredients to make your savings rise. Great interest rates and no monthly fees.
Yeah, that would do it all right.
Plus, get a cash bonus for opening a checking and savings account.
So BMO helps your savings grow bigger faster.
Like a triple dose of yeast.
You're hired.
What? No, I wasn't looking for it.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
BMO.
line, but it's Cho dropping out of the midfield to provide cover for her team on the back line.
First corner kick here of the match. It's Mimi Alanu. Near post. Collision there. And cut back. And Valoran got that away in the nick of time. We're 10 minutes in at Stade Saputo. It's been end-to-end action.
Yeah, the tempo's unrelenting and the bodies are flying all around the pitch.
Elise Bennett under the watchful eye of Addie Wickers. And that shot from Seto over the top of the crossbar.
You can tell that both of these teams, the home side, but in equal measures, the visiting side and the Halifax Tides are amped up to be playing at Stade Saputo.
Braisebard Martel, along with many of her players, saying that they came to see up Montreal games. They came to watch the women's national team play here, and now is an opportunity for them to showcase what they can do at this soccer-specific stadium in Montreal.
I think it's part of showing as well, Signa, that it's not necessarily what's deserved. Katrina Gallas talks about this for the women's game, but it's what's possible.
Pierre-Louis blown down there. Alain Rouge didn't like that, a little too aggressive.
You're going to see a very aggressive Montreal Roses side. They love to press. We've seen them early on when they lose possession in that final third. They're going to counter press as well, look to suffocate the Tides. The Tides did very well just then to try to build up the ball through that defensive third, try to manipulate the Roses and find a break.
And breaking here is Mimi Alanu, the Canadian international. And Naya Cardoza, the Jamaican international, breaking that up. But Halifax Tides can't keep possession.
And a little bit too rushed on the restart for the Tide to try to go the other way. Really well done, just to hold her position, to intercept, to get in that passing lane, and to go out the other way. And just a little bit of miscommunication between Cho and Kennedy going the other way.
And just off with that switch and play.
You can see how high they're able to push Minas to try to support that long switch. Bilbo just off there with the quality of that ball.
Kennedy looking forward for Cho, and Capadonna forced to play it out of bounds.
Much more coherent shape for the Tides today if you contrast it with last week's performance where they lost 2-0 at home to AFC Toronto, and you're seeing it in the way that they're able to break going the other way, much more numbers around the ball.
Oh. Allen just got tripped up. Natural grass surface here. That's Saputo. Benatti from distance. Have to be careful of that. And a couple of bangers this year, 3 of them. Valoran. Tides recycle around the back. Wickers, long ball over top. That'll skip by Downing.
It's a good look by Wickers, though. That long switch doesn't miss by much, just overcooked a little bit.
Early cross, and dealt with by Camadonna with Jordan Rhodes lurking over her shoulder.
Tempo slowed a little bit now, and you can kind of see tactically what Stephen Hart and the Tides are trying to do. On the starting 11, it looked to be two pivots in Lemire and Cho, where Cho playing more of that box-to-box, but what they've done, especially when they've got sustained possession, Signa, in that attacking third, or even the middle third, is Cho is almost up next to Benatti at the second number 10.
Sauvé, emphatic header to clear. Cho, little touch.
Lovely little bit of skill by Cho.
Kennedy!
Oh my goodness! So close.
Cho, another little nifty touch, and it nearly found the back of the net.
Well, that's where the Tides are hurting the Roses right now, as the ball's going out wide from those central areas where the Tides have numbers, and then they're able to get those same numbers forward to crash the net, and Cho comes awfully close to finding that far corner.
Martel says they need to get her the ball more opportunities. Cardoza nipped on it. And it'll go out of bounds. Petersky looking for a quick throw in. From Montreal recently came over in the summer transfer window, and she's already got 3 goals already this season, Amy.
Yeah, Mimi Alidou is slowly rounding into form and doing what we know is possible for her, and I've been very complimentary of the way that the Tides have managed space and the way they were able to condense and compact the central area of the pitch, and then in order to give Alidou enough space there to get the shot off, as they backed off on that 1v1 defending and that pressure. They need to stay tight. They had numbers around the ball, smother Alidou and make her go backwards. Don't give her the gift of being able to get off a shot from 25 yards.
Belleron stuff going up this right side, and Montreal coming back with Seto. Minas. Through to Pierre-Louis. And that was
Shout for handball.
Was that out of the box?
I believe so. Signa will see it again here, but almost a wayward touch by Pierre-Louis, but she recovers enough. And that arm just chicken wings off of Allen, just outside the 18-yard box. So it'll be a free kick. We saw in the pack in the pregame how dangerous Alidou can be from service paired with Bilbao, whether it's a short corner or one that's swung in. But this is tough here. You're going to have to put a little bit of spin on the ball, or you're going to have to whip it in and hope for deflection. They even if you put it to a dangerous area, this is own goal territory as well.
Just around the 20-minute mark at Stade Saputo. An opportunity here for Mimi Aladu and the Montreal Roses. Far post for Bennett, bouncing around. Stella Downing cleared. So certainly some heart palpitations going around at Stade Saputo for both teams. Almost 17,000 fans. We'll get a confirmation on attendance at Stade Saputo. It is a record for the Northern Super League in attendance, and Montreal just so supportive of women's sports. They hold the record for the WNBA regular season record with the Temple played earlier there in July. Of course, the PWHL with the Victoire against the Scepters setting a record as well. So 3 records in Montreal sports. And professional foul there by Chloe Minas.
Yeah, and then she'll get a talking to for that because it's every bit the tactical foul. And this is the ball that swung in. It's a clip ball to the far post, trying to connect with Elise Bennett. I think she can come at that with a little bit more commitment, intensity, a little bit more venom, because the ball itself didn't have a tremendous amount of power. You really needed to attack that to try to get it back across the face of goal.
Free kick from distance here. It'll be Julia Benatti and Karima Lemire on the ball. 2 good options for the Tides. It'll be Benatti. And headed away by Bennett.
You can see how integral Bennett is on both ends of the pitch.
And here comes Lisa Pechersky. Riding down this right side, Lemire. Keeping her in check. Underway as far as Bilbao. Bilbao from distance. And Schultz making sure that was put a save on it. Montreal fans didn't like that. Cardoza seemed to get the ball on that tackle.
She did indeed. It looked like a clumsy foul, but I think if we got that from a different perspective, a different angle, I think Cardoza was absolutely first to that ball.
Pechersky back on her feet. Intercepting.
You can see the different ways that the Roses are trying to solve how compact the Tides are. You're seeing Bilbao drop in the center of that back 3, trying to fly those wide players a little bit higher up the pitch. Or other times it's Alidou cycling deeper and Bilbao is going higher up the pitch, more like an attacking midfielder.
Monica Tove. This far. Sauvé and Tides in a little bit of trouble here. Cross in, drop back! And shot well over top by Mimi Aladu.
This is where a player of Mimi Alidou's quality has to punish the Tides. She has to go through that and at the very least get that on frame, a low-driven shot. But Annie Wickers there, we were clapping her up at the beginning of the show, but did very poorly to deal with that ball and a couple of chances to clear it and failed to do so.
Point shot. One touch by Allen. Cutting it back, looping cross. And Downing coming the other way. The speedy Stella Downing. Cut down by Allen, they'll
after getting beat, doesn't let up on the play, and that timing there had to be impeccable. Otherwise, that was going to be a booking. But well done by both players. Really, we talked about Downing being a spark plug, and that's exactly what she does to this team. She elevates the play, she brings the energy, but also brings the skill on the ball.
First corner kick now for the Halifax Ties as Anna Karpenko takes a look around, surveying the box. To play in this opening half. The ball headed by Jordan Rhodes. Oh, Cho just came in and took a swing well wide.
I think there, in retrospect, she had a do-over, would have taken that ball down. I think you want to take a crack at it. You're quite close to goal. Not much of a good angle. You could bring that ball down, still have a try, or maybe swing that in and try to cut it back for somebody else to have an opportunity on goal.
Seto pushing forward, intercepted by Allen, not completely. Kirsty to Bennett. Given away to Cho. Benatti. Finding Jordan Rhodes. Rhodes, the cross. Seto poked it away, and Benatti, that's over top as well. So having a hard time finding the frame on both sides.
Lacking that composure, lacking that clinical edge to really get on the board. Who's going to be the first team to do it? But a clever ball by Benatti, frees Rhodes up, tries to do Capadona up 1v1, and that was a really ambitious ball by Rhodes to try to connect with Kennedy, but ends up finding the feet of Benatti. It's a couple of times on each side. A high press now by the Tides, where it's sending over the ball, where it has to be on frame.
Seto just going out of bounds and resetting, getting their shape back.
You're mentioning resetting, but I think the high press by the Tides has proved to be unsettling for the Roses. I don't think they're used to other teams giving them a taste of their own medicine.
Ball got caught up in Benatti's feet. Mina says thank you very much. And now Alidu moving forward. Looking for Pechersky. Pechersky inside. Can't find a shot. And then Pierre Louis does.
I was convinced there, Signa, that we're going to see Lisa Pechersky pull the trigger as soon as she went past that defender. But you're seeing a couple of times now where the vulnerability on behalf of the Tides, where they're not stepping in that individual pressure. We talked about it carrying over from that match where they lost 2-0 to AFC Toronto. Some bad habits creeping up again.
Rhodes against Sauvé. Cho says, let's settle down. Cheyenne Allen gets the cross deflected off of Boychuk.
Really strong half an hour from Cheyenne Allen. Not a great game from her last outing, so it's good to see her involved, probing, moving up and down that touchline like we know she can, and then you had that pitch balance on the opposite side with Julianne Valorand as well. The attacking thrust, the two of them provide the Tides. Also, the variety in the attack is really key to them and their success.
Benatti playing it short. Lemire didn't get it out of feet, now in trouble. And ball will go the way of the Roses. Taking quickly by Karpenko.
Yeah, earlier on that corner, Signa, that's unforgivable from Lemire. He's got such quality in that left boot on the service. You've got 3 ties over there. You have to swing that ball in, especially with how threatening the Tides have looked from wide areas.
Defended well by Seto. Capadonna fastening the back line. Kaczerski again active. Colorado gets the tackle, and that is a tough challenge by Cheyenne Allen. And again, I think that's outside the box. Boychuk in discomfort.
To be in some distress. That was a really heavy challenge from Cheyenne Allen. And it comes from a blind spot, though I think the way that Boychuk goes down, I think she was aware of the presence of Allen, but Allen goes through the back of Boychuk. No play on the ball as well. And that should be outside the box. I think that's the right call by the referee. A couple of very close calls from the Tides' perspective, where they've given away dangerous free kicks, but haven't conceded a penalty.
This is very precarious territory for the Halifax Tides. Free kick given just outside the box. And several threats on the ball.
This will be Mimi Alidu again. Get another crack at it, but this time from a really dangerous area. The right-footed attempt in all likelihood, and the only concern from this close in is every bit of 18 yards just outside the box. Is can you get it up and over the wall, Signa? Enough play on the ball so you can get it up and down in time to get it within the frame of the goal.
Annika Toth, last year's goalkeeper of the year, will have to be on her toes here against Mimi Alidu. Alidu looking to give the Roses the lead. The shot off the wall, and the rebound goes wide. So what was a dangerous situation amounts to nothing for the Roses.
It's a great angle, but goes right into the wall. And looks maybe like it catches a deflection, and that could be what Alidu is complaining about. As that ball swung in, she gets a second crack at it on the rebound off the wall with the left boot. Looks to go off Downing, but it's a restart for Toth and the Tides.
You're watching the Northern Super League presented by BMO, the official bank of the NSL. It's 0-0 at Stade Saputo, first ever game that the Northern Super League has played at this soccer-specific stadium in Montreal. And the crowd has certainly been entertained, this record-setting crowd, and so have you out there, I hope.
It's a cracker of a game so far. We're just missing the goals to show for all the chances that have been generated. good battle so far, whether it's Pechersky and Valeron or it's Downing versus Alidou. The channel matchups have been box office. Pechersky goes over a little bit easy, but he feels that pressure, and it's every bit of the foul. But you can see how much those two first lines, those two first blocks of defense when you're in the middle third, the 2 plus the 4 for the Tides are frustrating the Roses.
Charlotte Nouveau going to the back post. Bounces to Alidou. Pechersky. Left foot. Pechersky. Allen got the hit on it. And Kennedy clears. Little scrambly with 10 minutes to play in this opening half. Well, don't forget to stick with us during halftime. We've got first half analysis, of course, with Amy, Kate, and Shireen, and get you caught up on the Zurich Diamond League. Andre DeGrasse, the 8-time Olympic medalist in action. Cardoza across to Valeron, closed out quickly by Pechersky. Oh, just a little miscommunication, but that would have been nice. Again, Cho leading the way.
Popping up in pockets of space and really causing lots of headaches, nightmares really for the Montreal Roses and Stade Saputo. They're not really sure to stay or to go through the back line or to drag another midfielder out of that second block.
Benatti. Lands to Cho. Stella Downing. Downing. Cutting back. Downing the shot. Stopped by Karpenko. Looks a little reminiscent of the last time these two teams played at Stade Montreal, where Stella Downing did the work and Benatti did the finishing.
The Benatti feud, as it's come to be known in the Northern Super League. So Benatti gets a couple of times here to go at Sauvé, turns her around. You spin me right round, baby, right round by Stella Downing. And then a great save by Anna Karpenko. Really strong, right arm down, completely against the turf, and just carries that away, and Rose isn't close enough to try to jump all over it.
Even in terms of shots, but Montreal with a slight edge on target. Kennedy threading the ball through to Benatti, broken up by Capadona. There's Bennett. By Lemire, who might get a little wording from Alain Rouge here. Alidou took a chop to the trees.
Yeah, that standing leg there as it's planted and Lemire just goes through the back of it. Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark. And rightly so. The referee doesn't book Lemire, but gets a stern warning.
Will there be a goal before the end of this half? Both teams pondering the same, still trying to find the frame, although we've seen a couple saves on either side. Two of the bright goalkeepers in this league, and Anna Karpenko, 24 years of age from Richmond Hill on the Montreal side. Annika Toth, 23 from Oakville, Ontario, represents Slovakia on the other side for the Tides. And here comes Pechersky against Valeron. Valeron got enough of a toe in there. Out for a corner kick.
Strong defending playing by Valeron again, as we've come to expect in watching the Halifax Tides. It's been a bright spot for them this year, but also common composed structure. The back line stayed nice and organized. Nobody stepped out, waited for help, and just delayed.
Alidou, back post, looking for Bennett over top of everyone. And Benatti sending it up to this crowd. Been entertained so far, that's for sure. Lebeau. And Cardoza had to deal with that.
See thumbs up all around from some of those attacking Roses players, and you gotta love the quality of that ball. We saw a wayward one early on a long switch by Bilbao, but those are few and far between, and a ball that's sent in with pace like that is so tough to deal with as a defender.
And again, it's Alidou. Back post, over top.
You know Bennett's always the intended target on this. And up against Rhodes, two formidable attackers, two center forwards going 1v1 seems pretty apt.
Chersky would probably want that one back.
Audacious, ambitious, but I like it. Just lack the quality on the execution. But I do like the try by Lisa Pechersky.
Chersky has that championship mindset, of course, an NSL champion with the Vancouver Rise last season before moving over to the Montreal Roses. Missed hit by Lemire. And Alidou, look at that trickery. Trying to find a target. Cardoza again says, you know what, I just need to get rid of this. Even though it gives up a set-piece opportunity here via the corner kick.
Rather than head it back into where the ball had come from the boot of Alidou, I think plays it safe. And you hope that you're just able to defend this very well. We've seen the service as it's improved over the course of this half from Charlotte, Bilbao, and the Roses. This could be very dangerous.
Outswinger from Bilbao. Final minutes of the opening half. And off of Campadona. So nothing on target there.
No, but the ball here, the service is just unbelievable. It's sublime service, and then you've got Cho hanging all over Capadona, doing very well there, and then Capadona going for the unorthodox thigh to try to convert. Stranger things have happened.
The Roses throw. Lovely day at Stade Saputo. Just at the foot of the Olympic Stadium in this Olympic city of Montreal.
We've seen the Tide shake off some of the bad habits they picked up last game, start much more positively, much more front-footed, and then defensively, much more resolute, more organized, and they're winning those knockdowns. But then you saw some bad habits earlier there, just creeping again, where they're late to that pressure, and off of a restart, particularly a throw, they let the other team just walk the ball in unopposed.
Seto beats Benatti in the foot race and back to Karpenko. Likely not much added time in this opening half. Pretty free-flowing for both these teams. Scoreless at this stage. Tackled by Valeron on Pechersky. Pierre-Louis, but Cho comes to the rescue.
Pierre-Louis unhappy with the call, but looked like she just swept the feet of Cho straight off the turf. Get another look at it as she moves back, and she does connect with the ball, but moves through the back of Cho, so I can see how the player is aggrieved. But I think it's that knee from Pierre-Louis as it hits the deck. It also connects with Cho.
These two teams have each had a victory against each other this season. Right now we're at a stalemate. 0-0 through 45 minutes of play. And that's where we'll have it after the opening half. Halifax Tides 0, Montreal Roses 0, and a record-setting crowd at Stade Saputo. We've got your halftime show straight ahead. You're watching the NSL on CBC.
On profite de la visibilité qu'on a pour pouvoir célébrer ce genre d'événement-là. C'est sûr que c'est le fun de pouvoir faire partie d'un projet qui supporte ces communautés-là. Je pense que ça va être rempli de couleurs de bienveillance, de bonheur, comme à tous les autres matchs, mais celui-là, ça va être particulier. Ça va être un match spécial où on espère qu'il y aura du monde, mais en tout cas, c'est les valeurs qu'on essaie de véhiculer au quotidien, d'être dans le partage, d'être dans la proximité avec les partisans, parce que on est des humains comme tout le monde. Oui, on joue au soccer, mais on est vraiment accessible et on donne aussi des exemples pour les petites filles de demain et on espère que ce sera un très bon jour. Ça fait partie de la culture ici, de se sentir chez soi, d'avoir un sentiment d'appartenance au logo. Et puis ça passe aussi par le fait que chaque personne ici est un humain avant d'être une joueuse de foot. Donc je pense que dans notre groupe aussi, quand il y a quelqu'un qui est nouveau, ben on l'accueille avec les bras ouverts puis montrer que c'est comme ça qu'ici on fonctionne. Puis je pense que ça se ressent. C'est beau! Ben, quand je bégaye pas, c'est beau, oui. Si j'avais un conseil à donner, en fait, ça serait de s'entourer de gens qui la font sentir ou le font sentir à sa place. Je pense que dans tous les chemins que j'ai pris moi personnellement dans ma vie, que ce soit dans le foot, que ce soit à l'école ou dans d'autres sports, je m'entourais tout le temps de gens qui me faisaient avancer, qui me faisaient sentir bien où est-ce que j'étais. De croire en ses rêves. Il y aura toujours des personnes qui vont nous mettre des bâtons dans les roues, de nous dire tu n'y arriveras pas, tu es une petite fille ou le soccer n'est pas fait pour toi. Ça, c'est des personnes qui sont pas intéressantes à notre vie, avec qui on peut pas évoluer. Et puis, c'est de croire en ses rêves, de toujours travailler, de toujours être dans le positif, parce que des fois, ça va pas se passer comme on le veut, mais il faut continuer à travailler parce que tout travail mérite récompense et un jour, c'est ce qui se passe. Donc, il faut continuer à travailler et croire en ses rêves. That's it! That's it! See you on the beach!
Again, back-to-back opportunities. On this side, there's no mistake. A rocket into the back of the net.
I'm losing my sight. I'm keeping it burning. I'm hard on ice. I'm climbing the high-rise. I'm sick of this hype.
Clinical, connecting a few more, but it's just about fight. Like, it's whoever wants it more, and I think we have to come out with that energy.
That's like the second half.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
So polite.
I love that.
So polite. And also the fact that she couldn't hear him tells you everything we need to know about the vibe and the energy at Stade Saputo today. Kate McKenna, Shireen Ahmed, Amy Walsh with you. And Shireen, that was an entertaining first half. It was fast-paced, but it was missing a bit of quality.
Absolutely. Not the clinical finishing we need. The vibes were a little bit frantic, as you said, and I think Signa on the call said something about heart palpitations, which is great. You've got 11 shots from Montreal. You've got 8 from Halifax, but how many were on target? 2 from Montreal, 1 from Halifax. It's giving a bit absolutely frantic, and I usually love chaos, but we need clinical finishing, Amy.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Frenetic is another word I would throw around there. It was a very open game where I think you saw quality on both sides. I think from Halifax perspective, they were well into the 50-50s. They were winning those battles, but a lot of what they were creating or giving the Roses was self-inflicted. A lot of Downing dropping for cover or Valerand stepping out of the back line, bringing the ball down, could have had time, but instead gives it away to the Roses. So I think they could have done a lot better.
Well, both teams had chances. Let's look at them, Amy. Again, opportunities, but must be better in front of net.
Yeah, that was the story, as Shireen said, is that tons of chances created, tons of XG, but you have to be able to cash in on some of these chances. Like, give the crowd what they want here. Is like you're seeing people come up and out of their seats, but it's got to finish with a goal eventually. And this was the Tides right off that opening whistle, so I love how aggressive and front-footed they started. But there was pushback, Shireen, from the Roses where they got a couple of quality dead balls, and the service of Bilbao is looking very dangerous.
Absolutely. One of the things that struck me the most was how front-footed Halifax came out, but we saw in the middle of the first half how Montreal began to match that energy. And I think that's really important. You talked about, cashing in on those. Montreal's definitely going to the bank, but they're not making any withdrawals yet, Amy.
Do people still do that? I just used to pay with the tap. Like, that's what I do.
I'm stuck in the 90s. It's fine. But like in terms of that, it's really important to note these particular attacks on Karpenko from Halifax.
Well, it's our Intact Insurance move of the half. This save she made on Stella Downing. This is classic Anna Karpenko, Amy.
Yeah, I mean, this is what she does. There's a reason why she already has 6 clean sheets and leads the league in that category, is she's so deadly coming off her line, reading the game, but it's these saves in tight where she's adjusting her feet, footwork's on point, and then it's getting down when that shot is at her feet, and she's able to get that strong right arm down. There's no gap, and it's a strong paw, and it's to her own player, not to the feet of Rhodes, who is just lurking outside the picture.
Maurice Bard-Motel says Karpenko hasn't even reached her peak yet. She says she is that good. So 0-0 at the half. The record-setting crowd at Stade Saputo hasn't been treated to a goal yet, as both teams try to figure each other out after a frantic first half.
Welcome on board our new Triangle Rewards and WestJet Rewards partnership. Prior to earning, ensure your accounts are securely linked. In the event you shop or fly with us, earn Canadian Tire money and WestJet points on all eligible purchases. Breathe normally and secure your own rewards before assisting others. Take a moment to locate where you can spend once and earn twice. Link today and watch your rewards take off.
Hey, I'm Stella, and this is what practice sounds like. Yeah. Move into my own rhythm. Did you exercise on our 2 off days? It's okay, today's just a tanning day. I feel as though I mentally exercised. I did a Sudoku, and I played tag with my dogs. That's like the same thing. Yeah. Bye! I raided our snack room and had 3 granola bars and 2 gummy packets and a nice chilled glass of water. I'm still famished. Okay, Julia. Damn. Do you guys want to juggle? Okay. Why am I first, guys? Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, back. Yeah. Yes! Let's go, y'all. On our toes. Guys, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind if we don't win something. Good.
Great first day back. Like, just continue that momentum and energy going into the week.
Tides on 3,
0-0 at the half in today's NSL match between the Montreal Roses and the Halifax Tides. And after the game, we've got athletics. It's the last regular season stop on the Diamond League circuit from Zurich, Switzerland. A final chance for athletes to earn their way into next week's final in Brussels. And one athlete who's already earned his way there, Mondo Duplantis, he headlines the field today in the men's pole vault. We've also got a great lineup in the women's 100-meter event, including Melissa Jefferson-Wooden and Canada's own, you see him right there, Andre Degrasse, looking for some magic today in the men's 200. Well, Kate McKenna and Shireen Ahmed with you here in studio. And big news for AFC Toronto lately. On August 17th, they launched their academy. Why, Shireen, is this so significant?
It's huge, Kate. AFC Toronto is 4th out of the 6 teams in the NSL to have an academy. And what that does, it highlights a professional club environment, player identification, creates that pipeline straight through to the NSL, Kate. And also what it does is it really gives an opportunity to develop youth. Part of the NSL and what it was meant to do was create in Canada and embolden the development of Canadian women's soccer in this country, and that's what it seeks to do.
And we've seen Marco Milanovic and Anya Hunter in Vancouver not be afraid to play young players. And someone else who isn't afraid to play young players, Canadian women's national team head coach Casey Stoney, and her team has some really big games coming up in October. 2 matches against Denmark right here in Canada, October 9th, October 12th, and then November 23rd to December 6th. They compete in the CONCACAF W Championship. That's qualification for both the Women's World Cup and the LA 2028 Olympic Games. Scoreless at the half between the Roses and the Tides. A bit of a frantic opening 45 minutes, but no goals to show for it. We've got second half action just ahead.
Welcome on board our new Triangle Rewards and WestJet Rewards partnership. Prior to earning, ensure your accounts are securely linked. In the event you shop or fly with us, earn Canadian Tire money and WestJet points on all eligible purchases. Breathe normally and secure your own rewards before assisting others. Take a moment to locate where you can spend once and earn twice. Link today and watch your rewards take off.
First game. First whistle. First goal. First jersey. First autograph. First favorite player. First away game. First big win. First time thinking, that's gonna be me. Firsts help us move forward together. Toyota, founding partner of the first professional women's soccer league in Canada.
Watching dough rise always fills me with inspiration.
Don't ever look at my savings account. The dough doesn't rise.
BMO has 2 simple ingredients to make your savings rise. Great interest rates and no monthly fees.
Yeah, that would do it all right.
Plus, get a cash bonus for opening a checking and savings account.
So BMO helps your savings grow bigger faster.
Like a triple dose of yeast.
You're hired.
What? No, I wasn't looking for it.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
BMO.
It's a historic day in Montreal, the first ever game at Stade Saputo at the foot of the Olympic Stadium. It's been a beautiful day, Amy. A little frantic, as we've been saying, 0-0 between the Halifax Tides and the Montreal Roses. still looking for that first goal. So what's it going to take in this next 45 minutes to make it happen?
For me, the Roses have looked so deadly on these dead balls, whether it's Mimi Alidou stepping up to take the closer ones or Charlotte Bidbeau on corner kick service, and she just keeps refining the way that that ball's swung in. And obviously, Elise Bennett is the preferred target there, so they just keep getting closer and closer. But really, I think it's going to be the first team that scores, Signa, that's going to have the upper hand in this. And it sounds cliche, but it's very open so far. The team that puts away the goal first will cause the other team to chase the game even more.
Third meeting of the season between these two teams. Back in July, it was Montreal over Halifax, thanks to a Chloe Mina's penalty kick. On August 7th at Stade Boreal, it was Julia Benatti scoring to make it victory for the Tide. So 1 win apiece. Looks like we're going to see some substitutions coming into the second half. That's Haley Whitaker. We'll get you up to speed on who's coming out of the match. So Haley Whitaker into the match and Amadine Pierre-Louis out. So Haley Whitaker from Birmingham, Alabama, who was a big fixture on the team last year, and again, both as a starter and off the bench this year. Adds a lot in attack, a goal and an assist this year for Haley Whitaker. And as for Mimi Alidou, I'm not sure what kind of magic electrolyte that is, but she looked very good and lively in the first half, just maybe missing that final touch, which we know she can provide already this season in short order. This is just her 6th start, and she's already got 3 goals. So.
Yeah, still trying to find her feet in the league. I think she's still surprised at times by the physicality in this league and the way that she's not going to be allowed to just have complete freedom on the ball, but it just needs to be, I think you're seeing the dynamism with the Roses, you're seeing the creativity, but you need that front of goal ruthlessness now.
No changes for the Halifax Tides. You see them in their circle. Trying to end a 2-game slide, Halifax is. Which saw them drop out of 4th place and into 5th. Only the top 4 teams in the Northern Super League make the playoffs, so they're trying to right the ship. And as for the Montreal Roses, all these fans on their side today wanting to see them perhaps propel themselves from 2nd place in the NSL standings into 1st over the Ottawa Rapid, who have held top spot since the beginning of the season. There's Elise Bennett, the Golden Boot leader, 10 goals on the season. Been a fixture since coming over from the NWSL. Kept in check so far tonight. Worked today by Naya Cardoza and Addie Wickers. Somebody you always have to keep an eye on. As the Montreal Roses will kick off, they're going left to right on your screen, wearing the pink, red, and blue. While the Halifax Tides are wearing their white and purple, going from right to left on your screen. Off the foot of Peczerski, out for a throw-in. Rod had nowhere to go but back to Cho. Cardoza pumps it up the pitch. Jordan Rhodes getting an early tackle in. Does so well leading the line and just giving the cues to the players behind her about the triggers of when to go, when to press, and she narrowed the pitch really well there to put it out for a throw. Still with the Roses though, but good defending by Rhodes. Is the aforementioned Rhodes. Kennedy looking for Rhodes as a target, and Seto has to be careful, handle that well. But only as far as Kennedy. Does she have a target in the box? Cuts it back, slips by Downing. Cho had a shot and goes off of the shins of Capadona. That's more like it in the way of execution for the Halifax Tides. Really
well done. Great pressure by Rose. We were just talking about her defensive work. Kennedy sees some daylight in front of her and cuts that ball back to find Cho. And this is the right choice here to not go for power inside of the foot, to try to be more precise and pick out a corner, but it goes off Capadona and out for a corner.
Cho So-yoon, you see her at the top of the 18-yard box, the Korean legend. Now retired from international duty, but been a fixture at World Cups. Over 156 caps. Oh, handball, looks like. Looked like that bounced off the hand of Charlotte Bilbao. No call on the pitch. So an early corner kick chance there for the Halifax Tides.
Further complaints from the Tides, but you could see 5 or 6 players around that ball. So that, yeah, goes up and then off the arm of Capadona. And then lots of shouts. The referee didn't see anything wrong with it.
Let's head down to Mo Khan.
Sing that thing so much. With Montreal, Coach Marie said we played with a lot of emotion in the first half. However, hopefully the second half we played with more composed emotion and precise finishing. As for Stephen Hart, very simple, he thought Montreal had the better possession, but for the second half, he wants to push forward more quickly, but cannot get into a possession game with Montreal in the second half. Signa?
Thanks, Mo. That was something that Stephen Hart reiterated in our coaches' chat with him this week, was that he wanted to see his team play a little bit more direct against Montreal. Can't get into a possession game. Of course, Montreal kind of has that branded in the way that they play. But so far, the Tides have put a lot of pressure on. Intercepted by Whitaker. Bennett.
Bennett wins the ball centrally there, dropped deeper, providing that defensive cover, but then the ball did not need to stay central there to Alidou. That was wasted, needed to go wide, spray the ball, stretch the pitch, try to connect and find Pechersky on that left wing.
Had to sweep in there quickly. Lisa Pechersky was coming on. Here is Julianne Valeron, has been kept in check today. One of the offensive threats defensively for the Tides. The cross, and it just skipped off the foot of a Roses player, and Stella Downing just throwing her head back saying, oh, it's close.
And much of the success the Tides have had has been off the boot of Downing, but here this ball that's cut back, it's neither to Rose, it is neither cut back to the feet of Kennedy, who's just lying in wait to pounce all over that. It catches a deflection, slows down, and Whitaker is able to get it out of danger, then off of Downing for the goal kick in Karpenko.
Back to Toph. Julianne Valeron, mentioned the offense that she provides, 4 goals and an assist this season. Not to mention playing very much, almost every minute for the Tides. Skips off the foot of Kennedy and gets the throw in off Whitaker.
Smart switch of play by Karima Lemire, and great footwork and skill by Stella Downing to get out of a tight area on the right flank.
Oh, Jordan Rhodes got a foot on it. Capadonna cleared that away.
Valoran lumbers back. Didn't look like she had enough gas in the tank to get there, but she does. This is the play. Said I was just trying to shepherd that out, but Rhodes is able to spin around, get a foot in there, and then play a ball back. And then it's Capadonna who clears her lines, gets it out of her box. But it's the push now. It's a really strong start to the second half by the Halifax Tides.
Cardoza eyeing her options. Rhodes, as she often does, gets ahead on it. Couldn't get the cross in. And cleared away by Sauvé. Benatti didn't see Bennett tracking back. Challenge from Valoran, who might see the book of Alain Rouge here.
I wonder if this is for her team's collective accumulation. Whether that warrants a booking, I'm not so sure, but it's perhaps because Pechersky with one touch would have eliminated Valoran and would have been on her bike going the other way.
Mo got a little ball to the head there.
Look alive, Mo. Look alive.
Hope you're all right there, Mo.
Oh, no.
Oh, no!
So if it was Clark Kent Mo in the pregame and halftime, it's going to be Superman Mo in the postgame?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Hope he's okay in his goggles too. It's too bad.
For a Halifax throw.
Stop dropping! Stop dropping!
Gotta be on your toes perennially as that sideline reporter.
Roses.
Bilbao looking for a little bit of urgency from her team to try to play that quick.
A little slower pace within these last 5 minutes, not the first 5.
Well, let's be honest, Signa, that pace, that tempo was untenable.
Cardoza gets a slide tackle in, toe! Up and at it. Corralling the ball.
Toth looking for a foul, and then it's Pechersky who's upended by Cardoza with that tackle. Comes in here, goes with that left boot. It looks to me like the ball is maybe gone, Signa. He's lucky to escape there without a booking. I think the ball's away as Cardoza slides in, especially with that left boot rather than coming with the right.
Lisa Pechersky back on her feet, hobbling.
And Toth herself, who was clipped by Bennett as that ball got sprung into the air. Still looking hampered by that challenge.
Vickers, cross to Cardoza. Moving up the pitch. Cho playing in Benatti, but Capadonna will get there first. quickly taken by Valoran. Sauvé winning the foul.
Ball just seemed to get caught underneath Valoran there. Did well to shield the ball initially, but then stuck her boot out. The Roses win the foul.
Co-captain Megan Sauvé stepping away from the ball, and Anna Karpenko will come up to take this. Energetic crowd at Stade Saputo for the first ever NSL match at this pitch. Oh, and Alidou playing in combination, and that was broken up because Paczurski looked to have free reign over on that left side. Natty. Amir. Dancing around the goal. Downing. Rhodes. Joe wants it. Rhodes wants the shot, and it's into the arms of Karpenko.
The Tides are doing the right thing, sustain possession in that final third, but here Rhodes takes 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches, and 4 before she shoots, whereas she had Cho just out of the picture, so the execution, the shot selection is right, but the speed of play, Signa, needs to be a little bit quicker to try to eliminate some of these Roses players.
Jordan Rhodes, an all-time record at the University of Kentucky for goals. Benatti from distance! Didn't get enough height on that. Karpenko had it, but very cautious when Benatti has a go from distance.
Elects to go with that curled shot, takes some of the sting out of it by trying to wrap her foot around it. It's catching practice for Karpenko, not troubled at all.
And here come the Roses the other way. Paczurski has Whitaker. Now Seto. Kennedy threw down the double pads and got it out of bounds.
Saw a lack of clinical edge in the first half, Signa, with tons of big chances for each side, no goals to show for it. And now in the second half, both of them are shooting themselves in the foot by not releasing the ball fast enough. The right pass is eventually being played, but it's 2 and 3 touches later, where you can release somebody in the right area in the first touch, do it, and you'll get something out of it.
Paczurski cuts into the top of the box. Alidou blocked. Some protestation from the Roses, maybe for a handball. But regardless, Halifax escaping what would have looked like a sure goal there.
We'll have to see that again, but it looked to me like maybe the shot from Alidou struck her own teammate in Tanya Wojcik.
Alidou, space to move, space to negotiate. Plays it off. Back to Alidou, over top! And Toth there.
Now that's the right cross. It just needed to to be pulled out from Toth a little bit. So this is the cutback from Paczerski, and it hits Cardoza and then Boychuk, but I don't think there's anything there to complain about. If it does come off Cardoza slightly, her arm is firmly pinned up to the side of her body. So I don't believe that would be, even if they had a second look at it, some sort of review system, that would be called a penalty.
Couple substitutions here for the Halifax Tides. We'll see Julia Banati exit the game. Megumi Nakamura entering. Very few times we've seen Nakamura this season, has been injured much of the year, just her 6th appearance. And then Sarah Miller, the captain of the Tides, who's had an injury since playing against Montreal back in July. Just saw her first action last week against AFC Toronto as a substitute, and good to see her back in the lineup. There is Miller. 4 goals and an assist this season. He's having a fantastic year before picking up a lower body injury against Montreal, as I mentioned.
Players battling from the area. I mean, this game here being played at Stade Saputo means so much to each of these players, and neither one of them is going to give up an inch to the other.
Boychuk. That's the switch to Paczerski, opening up a little bit here at Stade Saputo. Paczerski keeps it alive, or does she? Assistant referee says out of touch.
Good defending by Valeron. I don't know, that's a tough call to make. I think the assistant referee is on the other side. Tough to tell when the camera angle is so far away.
Still scoreless at Stade Saputo, 0-0. Well defended by Cardoza. Megumi Nakamura plays it quickly off Sendo and to Karpenko.
After that ball was played, Sauvé took out Downing. Still might be feeling the effects. Nope, she's up. Heavy tackle though.
Alidou. Allen shepherds that out of bounds. Stella Downing. Again, Sauvé getting a yellow card for that late challenge. A little delay on that. Substitution oncoming for the Montreal Roses. Evelyn Badu will enter the game. Needed to call on a catalyst for your attack. Who's sitting on your bench? It would be Evelyn Badu if you're Maurice Bard-Martel. Quite a luxury to have as she returns from WAFCON action. With the Ghanaian Black Queens, Evelyn Badu. Here's Jordan Rhodes pushing forward. Has Miller. Sarah Miller against her former teammate Seto. Wins the battle there. former Memphis teammates. And ball a little too far for Alidou.
Starting to see some of the frustration set in collectively for the Roses, but certainly Mimi Alidou, the player.
So Chloe Minas will exit the game. And as we mentioned, Evelyn Badu back from WAFCON duties with Ghana. Didn't go so well for them, but they do have an opportunity in the African playoff to try and get into the World Cup. South Africa, the other team to have that privilege. And that'll be a foul on Allen. And Allen will exit the game, Amy. Second yellow card of the game for Cheyenne Allen, and that means red card. Halifax down to 10 players in a crucial game for them. It just didn't need to do the wraparound.
No, didn't. I mean, you can accept the fact if you go into a challenge really hard and you accidentally catch a player, but that's the type of thing you have to realize where you are in the game state itself, but that you're on a yellow card and you have to stay disciplined. So I mentioned off the top, Signa, when we were discussing this second half and how it would go, I thought a goal would really open things up, but this is another potential game changer right here. Halifax down a player, and you would have to expect that the Roses are going to see if they can take advantage of it.
Paczurski, Alidou on the ball. Still looking for the first goal of this game, headed in, headed away by Wickers. Ball taken away. It's Whitaker. Cleared by Cardoza. Badu from distance. And Toth hugging that inside of the post. Make sure that that stays away.
I love that from Badu. You enter the game, you want to try to change it. The referee's already done it for you, or rather Allen has as the opponent, but you're an attacking player. Get yourself in the game. Let your influence be felt instantly, and that's exactly what she does.
"20 minutes to play at Stade Saputo. 0-0 game between the Montreal Roses and the Halifax Tides, who are now down to 10 players after a second yellow card to Cheyenne Allen. These two teams having split the season series so far. 2 more meetings to go after today. And the Tides were trying to break a 2-game slide. It just got a little bit more difficult.
The good news for the Tides is defensively they've been resolute so far today, and they've frustrated the Montreal Roses. They've switched to a 4-4-1 now with Rhodes playing that focal point, that number 9 up top, and then Karima Lemire has been shifted out of the midfield to a left back position.
Nakamura. Tough first touch, broken up by Sauvé and Bilbao. Karima Lemire, by the way, played a little bit of left back last season for the Halifax Tides, as well as her normal role in the central midfield.
And a good bit of trivia, as you've already mentioned, is that a player who sometimes was preferred to her in the middle of the pitch is now being deployed at right back for the Montreal Roses in A.V. Seto.
There you go. As the world turns.
That's right, deep cuts with Signa and Amy.
Skips over the foot of Downing to Paczurski. Paczurski, 1v1 against Valeron, cuts the inside, the shot, and it's over top. So Paczurski has been attacking all day long on that flank against Valoron, Amy.
Yeah, and Valoron a little bit flat-footed there as Petruski pushes that ball inside, just behind, set up perfectly for her to wrap her foot around it and try to whip it in, bend it to try to find that far post. We've seen her do it. We saw her do it time and time again for the Vancouver Rise last year. And it sits on 3 goals so far this season for the Roses as Annika Toth is going to need some attention.
Let's go down to Mo Pond. We want to check up on you, Mo. How's it going down there?
I'm okay, you know, I'm fine. Unfortunately, my glasses are no longer workable, so I'm actually partially blind out there as we speak. I can see the field clearly here, but I have to get my backups afterwards. But unfortunately, the classes are done for the day, so they have been subbed off after the 55th minute right now. So I'm going clear, no glasses, but I'm A-okay for the rest of the half, guys.
Okay, we're relieved, Mo. Oh my goodness, I love that Amy was saying, you know, Clark Kent, Superman.
Yeah.
You know, it's our Super Mo.
That's it. We just won't go to you for any details of what's happening on the pitch by you, Mo. The view's a little bit myopic, you might say.
So the Halifax Tides making a substitution here. Lee Cho So-hyun coming out of the match. Kat Jordan coming in. Kat Jordan, first-year pro. She's a dual national, born in Sarasota, Florida. And had an injury, an upper body injury earlier this season. So maybe we're just starting to see her round into form, Kat Jordan. But a natural left-footed player and somebody that the Tides have their eye on as being a piece of the future. You see Toth back up on her feet.
And that's a more attacking player that's not like for like, even though we saw Cho give the Roses fits, playing almost another 10 next to Julia Benatti, finding those pockets of space. But it looks like with the insertion of Jordan that Lemire is a little bit further up.
Badu. Evelyn Badu, by the way, the only hat trick in the NSL this season. She shows some of her skill. Whitaker slides it out to Boychuk. Boychuk off the foot of Lemire, out for a corner kick.
That's better from the Roses, though. You saw Whitaker with a little bit of time, draws the attacker towards her, releases Boychuk, showing a lot more initiative going forward.
Alidu on the short corner. Great service! What a goal! Excellent service! And Anne-Valerie Seto gets her second goal of the season, and it comes against her former team, the Halifax Tides. 15 minutes to play, and it's 1-0 for the Roses.
So in a match where you're searching for that composed finishing, why not turn to your right back and Anne-Valerie Seto to do the goal scoring for you? Listen, we saw that short corner signal work to perfection for the Roses in the previous match. Bilbo, slight touch to Alidu. That is class service, and it's a brilliant header and finish by Seto to beat Toth just to her right. Finding that near post is a difficult skill, but that's the go-ahead goal that everybody at Stade Saputo was waiting for, and everyone's up and out of their seats and cheering for the home side.
And Valerie Seto, second goal of the season, get another one off her head. She started this year as a training player with the Montreal Roses, and then Coach Robert Rossitoyo said, we only have one spot available, it's at center back, and that's where we see you playing center back. And she took the opportunity, and she's been running with it ever since, has her team in the lead right now. Substitution now for the Roses. It's Tanya Boychuk coming out of the bench, and Noemi Paquin stepping in. So the crowd at Stade Saputo, this record crowd of over 16,900. Elated 1-0. And the Halifax Tides with 10 players have an uphill mountain to climb. Jordan, Meg, it's too much on the pass. Great work from Rhodes defensively to win that ball. Rhodes. Well, today's attendance, we knew it was going to be a league record heading in, but this sets a new standard. 17,077 fans at Stade Saputo today to take in the first ever Northern Super League match here. Excellent stuff from the Montreal crowd. We knew they love women's sports there. WNBA regular season record, PWHL regular season record, and now the NSL. Bart Martel and her players saying that, you know, they used to come to CF Montreal games, never knowing that maybe one day they'd be able to play here themselves. Marie Thibault was an honor guard, used to walk in with the CF Montreal players, and she's maybe going to make an appearance here as a substitute.
I love that the next generation doesn't know any different. That they're going to be able to play at Stade Saputo or some of these massive, beautiful venues we have. And we need more of them. We need more soccer-specific infrastructure in this country. But I love that all the kids in attendance today understand that they can be a high-performing athlete. They can be a professional athlete, especially the young girls. But their counterparts in the little boys also are aware of it.
Cardoza clears up to Rhodes. Edged off the ball by Sauvé. Montreal looking for more here. Just over 10 minutes to play at Stade Saputo. Nakamura. To Jordan. Kat Jordan. Have the right touch to Miller, fighting for it back. Well, we saw this great crowd at Stade Saputo. Ottawa, you're next up. NSL final, November 14th at TD Place. So you can get your tickets now. We, of course, don't know who's going to be in that final. Lots still to be played in the Northern Super League with 8 matches left to go for all the teams, but Ottawa, TD Place, and can we see a new record set there? Oh, out of bounds, Halifax throw in. Downing. Pushing forward, has Rhodes also going forward, broken up by Bilbao. And now this is trouble, Paquet to Bennett. Elise Bennett, 1v1, Bennett, the shot! And Wickers got enough of that. Maddie Wickers, the Iron Woman for the Halifax Tides, has played every minute this season. It's a key tackle here, Amy.
Really critical 1v1 defending from Maddie Wickers. Patient, composed, just watching the midsection of Elise Bennett, trying to keep her in front of her, and does really well to control her.
Again, looking to this short corner option. Proved deadly in the 77th minute to add Valerie Seto! And cleared away this time. As far as Badu. Evelyn Badu takes a deflection.
That's what it's about too. It's the expression of joy on the pitch, and nobody better to do it than Seto there. Perfect nutmeg through the legs of Megumi Nakamura. Catches a couple of deflections. Be another corner kick this time. Alidu herself, without the help of Bilbao, for an in-swinging corner kick to Toth's right.
Inside 10 minutes. A 1-0 lead for the Montreal Roses. Mimi Alidu at the corner. High floater. Blocked by Downing. Badu again, low drive. And that's Elise Bennett in some discomfort inside the 18. Seems all right.
Bodies crashing around off that earlier corner kick is what happened. It's interesting too with Mimi Alidu on the service today. We've seen her on some dead balls in the first half, really close, just to the right of goal and then just the top of the box. She hasn't quite gotten the service right, except for that short corner where Bilbao's rolling it to her, and it's the outswinging one. That's been served up to perfection today.
Paczerski. Valeron has the edge. Cross in! Jordan got a foot in there just in time. Paquet blocked. Cleared by the Tides. As far as Seto. Scrambly, a few seconds. Alidu now. And that's wide.
Yeah, the Tides are struggling right now as this ball swung in. Toth elects to stay, and Jordan and Wickers watch as that ball falls to Elise Bennett. And then it's bodies flying. You mentioned the word scrambling. The Tides are reeling as they're under pressure, and there's wave after wave of attack coming at them.
Annika Leslie entering the game, the 23-year-old Halifax native. So is Halifax moving to 3 in the back here, Amy? Needing some offense. It could down to 10 players. Here comes Paquin. Noemi Paquin against Leslie. Cuts inside. Lemire clears. And with 5 minutes to play, Halifax trailing 1-0. Sitting in 5th place. Needing as many points as they can to try and stay in this playoff picture with teams like Vancouver and Calgary surging. Desperate to get something going here, but the Roses just keep coming.
It's interesting as Coach Stephen Hart tried to adjust, and Lemire initially, after Allen's red card, she picked up 2 yellows. She exits the game. Lemire drops down to play left back as part of that back line, and Kat Jordan's inserted into the game. Usually a more attack-minded player plays that role and pushes Lemire into the middle of the pitch, but that's where they lost any semblance of control in the match.
Toth wins the foot race.
So it looks to be that signature to your earlier question. It looks like Leslie's on the left-hand side of a back 3 with Cardoza in the middle and Wickers on the right. There needs to be some urgency from the Tides now. They can't sit back and just let the Roses come at them and dictate in terms of possession.
As I mentioned previously, these two teams have split the season series. Both of those games 1-0 victories. Today stands at 1-0. But here come the Roses. As far as Badu, to curl over top, but that'll go well over top.
Some of the decision making here is a little bit perplexing with Badu. Initially there, that ball, instead of being played into Bennett, could have found Paquet over wide, and then here elects to shoot, and she had Bennett and Paquet to her right.
Just a few minutes to play here at Stade Saputo. Nakamura, tackled by Dubois. Over top, Valeron charging. Julian Valeron.
Gotta get this ball in.
Miller poked it to the top of the box, nobody there. And Alidou coming the other way. Bennett cutting inside. Oh, just got caught up. And Cardoza gets a foot on it. Alidou. Cardoza timely.
Cardoza slow to get up again, but that didn't stop her earlier where she got up from one quite slowly and then was able to lunge in and win another tackle.
Over top, Jordan Rhodes, cleared by Karpenko. Pechersky against Wickers, cutting inside. Addie Wickers trying to catch up. Pechersky stopped by Toth. Annika Toth coming up big. Trying to escape their own end here.
That long same channel ball worked to some success early where they caught the Roses flat-footed and Wickers was able to connect with Valeron, and here Nakamura with the boot on her, or the ball on her foot.
Nakamura! Karpenko easily handles that.
So Lisa Pechersky today has put in quite a shift for the Roses. She's gotten hacked, and here she's able to beat Addie Wickers. But what you don't see is you had Elise Bennett on the cutback, and then Nakamura did really well here to get it into the box. Very few touches for the Tides in the box this half. Pechersky again, I believe.
4 minutes of added time at Stade Saputo.
Wickers late to that challenge and just goes through Pechersky. And in the wars today.
Free kick here for the Roses. Alidou. Going towards goal, Annika Toth gathers that. And now the Tides in desperation mode here. Down to 10 players, looking for some offensive opportunities where there's been few in this game. March up this field. A little bit more urgency.
Need to go more direct, need to go quick.
And there is Valeron getting your message. Valeron playing in Nakamura. It's not going to have enough sauce on it, but they do get a corner kick. Charlotte Bilbao knocking that out of bounds.
Good recovery run by Bilbao there to go after the third man run. Amir can't afford to take her time here.
Lemire tying up her boot. She'll go with the left foot for this one. And in added time at Stade Saputo, is there a late goal for the Halifax Tides? Lemire sends it in, headed away by Alidou. And Toth is up there as well. She's got to get back. Kat Jordan's got to beat her. And Sauvé taking it to the side, and Jordan will get a tackle in there with Annika Toth heading up for the corner kick.
As that player providing cover, especially when your goalkeeper is up, you just have to do enough to cut off that lane. And that's what she does. Just a pass for Sauvé, doesn't let her turn, get face to goal, so she can get that ball clear out of her feet to try from distance on her left foot. Good bit of defending by Kat Jordan.
Late substitution here for the Montreal Roses will be Lisa Pachurski coming out of the game, who, you know, for my coin here, Amy, probably one of the players of the match.
Hard to disagree with that, Signa. I completely agree. Put in the work, maybe lacked in that conviction in the finishing and maybe the selection for the passes to try to get the Montreal Roses more than the one goal, but she put in a shift in that left flank today for the Roses.
Laurie Thibault entering the match. Well read there by Megan Sauvé. And that's full time, says referee Alain Rouche. And the fans are on their feet at Stade Saputo, and no one happier than Anne-Valerie Seto, the difference maker in her second goal of the season against her former team, and a 1-0 victory for the Montreal Roses over the Tides in this record-setting day in Montreal. Let's send it back to Kate in studio.
Welcome on board our new Triangle Rewards and WestJet Rewards partnership. Prior to earning, ensure your accounts are securely linked. In the event you shop or fly with us, earn Canadian Tire money and WestJet points on all eligible purchases. Breathe normally and secure your own rewards before assisting others. Take a moment to locate where you can spend once and earn twice. Link today and watch your rewards take off.
Hey, I'm Stella, and this is what practice sounds like. Yeah. Move into my own rhythm. Did you exercise on her 2 off days? It's okay, today's just a tanning day. I feel as though I mentally exercised. I did a Sudoku, and I played tag with my dogs. That's like the same thing. Head up. Slowly. Slowly. Yeah. Bye. I raided our snack room and had 3 granola bars and...
Weekend, in fact, in just a few hours at 6 p.m. Eastern, the Vancouver Rise hosts the Calgary Wild. And tomorrow at 4 p.m., a massive matchup at BMO Field between the Ottawa Rapid and AFC Toronto. So that wraps up our NSL coverage, but coming up, it's time to get into the fast lane. The biggest stars of track and field are in Zurich, Switzerland for the last regular season stop on the Diamond League. As we come down the home stretch, time for a final push. Andy Petrillo sets up all the action when we return.
Welcome on board our new Triangle Rewards and WestJet Rewards partnership. Prior to earning, ensure your accounts are securely linked. In the event you shop or fly with us, earn Canadian Tire money and WestJet points on all eligible purchases. Breathe normally and secure your own rewards before assisting others. Take a moment to locate where you can spend once and earn twice. Link today and watch your rewards take off.
Hey, I'm Stella, and this is what practice sounds like. Yeah. Move into my own rhythm. Did you exercise on our 2 off days? It's okay, today's just a tanning day. I feel as though I mentally exercised. I did a Sudoku, and I played tag with my dogs. That's like the same thing. Yeah. Bye! I raided our snack room and had 3 granola bars and 2 gummy packets and a nice chilled glass of water. I'm still famished. Okay, Julia. Damn. Do you guys want to juggle? Okay. Why am I first, guys? Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, back. Yeah. Yes! Let's go, y'all. On our toes. Guys, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind if we don't win something. Good.
Great first day back. Like, just continue that momentum and energy going into the week.
Tides on 3, 1, 2, 3. Tides.